Howdy guys, welcome to Cruiserman's Inventions. This is behind the scenes. This is actually labelled as the test run because, well, it's his first test run, and it is an alternator lowrider, guys. If you haven't seen my channel, there's heaps more on my channel about these. They're pretty cool. This is a 110 amp alternator, as most of you know. I just re-geared it, put it all back together. That motor was over here, that controller was up a bit further, there was a jack shaft in here, and yeah, it's running on a different chain pitch, a 420 before, now a 540, and so I just finished doing all of this stuff here and that too. And then coming up here, what I do have, guys, because this is the first time I turned it on since you know, since the last video. Let's have a look on the clock here. We have, where is it? Okay, I'll tell you, it's 89 volts on the clock here. Oh man, 89.1. Okay, so that's on. So what I'm going to do, guys, is set the camera up as I'm just doing a few test rounds out here, and then you know, you can kind of capture me a bit from there. So it's not a full-on video, this one, guys. It's just my test round for my own personal documentation type of thing, but I just want to, if I happen to send it to YouTube, that'll be cool too, you know. Anyways, so I'm going to put this here, sort of face it up the road a bit. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Check. Please wait. What is that? You still rolling? We're still rolling, okay. Okay. Let's get this thing rolling, man. So we're gonna start off in gear 1. Mags on. Stay tiggy. Is that where you monkey? That's pretty impressive. So definitely fast, guys. Definitely fast. I could never control that with the camera on board. Super torquey. Wheel spins off the mark pretty damn fast. And yeah, my top speed, I did calculate, get that on there. I saw over 60 something on there, so let's have a look. Still, yeah, 60. It only hit 60. Well, where is it? 60 kilometers right down there, max speed. So it's got a lot more up the spout. I believe that I could up this. It's just that what's setting this back at the moment, guys, is the chain is pretty big, the tire is pretty big, and actually I better flick this mag off for a minute. Hang on, let's get a shot of it, guys, so it's in the view. Yeah, pretty fast. I actually got to third gear this time and it was pretty good. It boosted off exactly in every gear, so kind of impressive there. It's got a ample amount of torque, a lot of torque because of that small sprocket. I just don't know if I like the pitch chain. It feels like it's too heavy, and to be quite honest, the back wheel actually feels too heavy, but it handles it. The throttle is super touchy. I still got 86 left on the clock here. Whoops. Yeah, the throttle's super touchy. It's just a first little notch, and you got to hold it there still until you get this bike up to speed, and then slowly let it catch up with itself. Otherwise, it still kind of chokes a little bit, almost like it's still too high geared, but I know it's not, you know. Which tells me this bike still has a lot of potential and a lot of speed, because this is a 3000 watt controller, and I think why it's glitching like that is because I've actually put another battery in there. It's actually past 72 volts now. It's actually 84 volts, so it's got a lot more power up this bit, you know, there. And I noticed when I started upping it to 100 volts, it was like ridiculously hard to even get off and get starting. You almost need a running start and then pull back the throttle a little bit. But I've got my gears down here. I just put them in the same position. So we got first gear, and then on is first gear, and then I flick it off and the third gear is off, and that'll be middle gear. And then when I build up speed, and that when I hit third gear, and then when I come to a stop, I just flick them back down. And yeah, you're probably wondering, how did I do that? Well, out of the gears down in these controllers, there's only 3 wires. There's 2 positives and the middle one's a negative. I came off that middle one, the negative, 2 times. So a negative and a positive and a negative and a positive, basically. You just got to work out which is which. So this is a little behind the scenes video, guys, of this bike. It is getting there. The back mudguards, I'm still thinking of a paint scheme for it. It's not actually in there at the moment, but yeah, I managed to get everything all sort of semi-good in it, and you know, sort of where it's looking okay. I don't like where this cable's going, but it doesn't matter. I was going to have it running down and back through the box, but yeah, lovely, hey, that turned out really well. And yep, spent a few days sanding it all back and put on that front mudguard, yeah, as well. So yeah, guys, I will be back with more tests coming up soon. So this is kind of behind the scenes a little bit, trial and error, just doing test runs, hoping for the best. Seems to be okay. I'm going to go for another wrap off camera now. Cool. Cruiser man out, guys. Thanks for watching.